What's going on, YouTube? It's your man CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again with a brand new video. Now, I want to start this video off by saying first, I want to give honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without Him, none of this would be possible. So I just wanted to start off with that. Secondly, I want to thank everybody who has sent me messages. I want to thank everybody who has wrote me, who has left comments, who has prayed for me, who has sent their condolences. It means more to me than you will ever know. I promise you. I thank you. I love you. And I just wanted to say that, this has been a difficult time and I'm starting to ease back into things, but, just take it one day at a time. And but we got to keep going. We got to keep grinding. The world don't stop turning, and we're not gonna stop turning here at the High Value Nurse Network. So let's get it in. Now, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we have an unfortunate, horrible story to report on. A nurse out of Connecticut that was working in Connecticut passed away due to someone unaliving her. She was doing an appointment at a halfway house for SEX offenders out in Connecticut. Now, I spelled it out because certain things you cannot say on YouTube. They'll flag it. The video won't be monetized or whatever. And this video probably won't be monetized due to the subject matter, but it is what it is. I wanted to make this video as a warning to potential nurses, future nurses, current nurses, whatever. And I just want you to be careful because she's a mental health nurse as well. That's a very dangerous field of nursing, especially if you're walking into somebody else's home, if you are unaware of the situation that may be going on in a home. It's so many different factors. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with home health, home visiting nurses. We've had them for decades. We need them. We're going to continue to need them. I don't think home health care nursing is a big thing, is a big bad thing or anything like that. I don't want this to discourage you from getting into home health care nursing if that's what you want to do. I just want you to be aware of what comes with home health care nursing if you do decide to get into it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to talk about this situation. Miss Joyce Grayson, she was the visiting nurse, and this article comes from NBC Connecticut. It says Joyce Grayson was the visiting nurse who was killed over the weekend while working. It says Joyce Grayson was the visiting nurse who was unalived over the weekend while working in Willimantic, according to an attorney retained by her family. So her family is lawyering up, as they should. I mean, I don't blame them for lawyering up and, seeking justice. I don't blame them for that. Because according to the reports, there is a suspect who has been arrested. And, clearly this lady was, unalived brutally, according to the reports. And they should seek justice. They should, because they're never going to get their family member back. But some justice, they should get something. So it says Joyce Grayson, a grandmother who dedicated her life to caring for others, was unalived in Willimantic while working as a visiting nurse, according to an attorney. Willimantic police were called Saturday to do a well-being check on a visiting nurse after she missed several patient appointments. According to the police, she was found unalived in the basement of the home where she had her first appointment of the day. Her patient, a registered offender with violent tendencies, is a suspect in her unaliveness. See, I had to catch myself. According to the court documents, Grayson's family retained the Reardon Law Firm, a New London-based firm that represents plaintiffs in personal injury and wrongful death claims. They feel strongly that there likely were a lot of balls dropped leading up to the death of their mother and wife Attorney Kelly Reardon said. We've been retained to represent them in order to investigate further what remedies may be available to them in the civil system and also to protect their interests in the criminal system as this matter is ongoing. Look, man, she had been working for her place of employment for 15 years. And when you're going into a situation like this, I feel like it is up to the provider, the nurse, and the employer to ensure the safety of the nurse. Now, I understand that nothing is 100%. I get that. But at the same time, no one should be going into work, helping people, caring for people, trying to help heal people, and end up losing their life. This has happened way too many times, and not just in a home health care setting. It's happened in a hospital. It's happened in nursing homes. It's happened in all different kind of settings, and this is crazy. And this should not be something that's normal. And it's become so normal that I think most people are starting to become desensitized to it. You just hear it and people be like, oh, that's unfortunate, and then just move on. No, this is not normal. It should not be normalized. Nurses' lives should be protected. They should be protected, especially if they are the ones that are going into the battlefield every single day. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why her family is seeking legal counsel. I get it. The company she worked for, and I'm not going to say the company's name, that's not important. But the company she worked for, they need to be held accountable. Because something has to be done. Something has to be put in place when you got nurses going into these dangerous environments. If you are dealing with patients in a home environment, into a place to where the nurse is at a clear disadvantage, there should be precautions put in place to ensure that nurse's safety. Whether she may be traveling with a bodyguard, maybe it should be some sort of security personnel set up at the home, or whatever the case may be, there should have been parameters put in place where this whole situation could have been avoided. For real. I feel like this is complete, utter lack of responsibility on several parties' parts. And I'm not talking about the victim. It's not the victim's fault, if you ask me. It's not the victim's fault. She's the victim. She lost her life. She was doing her job. And she lost her life doing what she was supposed to do. And she shouldn't have lost her life doing what she was supposed to do. They say in addition to serving others through nursing, Grayson was a devoted foster and adoptive parent of almost 2 decades, according to the State Department of Children and Families. That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. Like I said, she's a mental health nurse. The suspect has been arrested. They found she stole, her Hyundai was stolen. They found it, and they found the suspect walking in the back, some backwoods somewhere, because they had the canine find him. It was just a jacked up situation, and I hope that whomever is brought to justice. We have got to be careful in these settings now. It is getting crazy out here, especially when you're dealing with patients that have a history of violence, a history of drug abuse, and a history of mental health issues. This is very serious. Your life can depend on it. That's why I don't play no games. My head is constantly on a swivel, especially if I'm dealing with patients who are physical, who are active, and all that kind of stuff. I don't let nothing get behind me, bruh. And I need to see everything. So my heart goes out to the family. I'm praying for her family. I hope her family finds peace. I pray that God gives them peace beyond understanding, because God knows we all need it. And hopefully they get justice. But let me know what you think in the comments. It's a crazy situation. Hopefully something is done about this. But y'all be careful, man. Y'all nurses out there, y'all home health care nurses, be careful. Because this is why, like I said, I've never personally, and it's just a personal take, I'm not saying nothing is wrong with being a home health nurse, but I've personally never been a fan of being a home health nurse going in somebody else's home. I'm not saying I won't do it. I've just never been a fan of it. That's all I'm saying. Never been a fan of it. I worked in a group home for a long time before I became a nurse, and it was cool, but I'm just not a fan. As a nurse, I'm not a fan. It's just too much to lose, too much on the line. That's just me though. But there's plenty of healthcare nurses, plenty of home health nurses that have been doing it for decades and wouldn't do anything else. So it's danger everywhere you look. I'm just personally not a fan. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. My name is CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again, back with another video. Hit that like button and notification bell so you don't miss none of the content. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Peace.